Good morning, guys. So my morning got a little bit like messed up today because if you didn't know this, I typically work out with my brother. We typically work out at my house. My parents recently got a tonal, so we've been going over there and using that and been loving it. It's like a really great way to do like some really heavy lifting at home. I hadn't really heard back from my brother for a little bit this morning, so I just got on the treadmill in my basement and started walking, and then my brother ended up going to my parents' house. And number one, I wanted to go to my parents' house because I wanted to lift weights, but also because I literally have like no food in my house. It's actually crazy. So typically I have a smoothie for breakfast and I have nothing to make a smoothie with. So I just had a smoothie at my parents' house for my breakfast. I'm glad I went, obviously, because I wanted to do that stuff. But it is kind of late now and I kind of need to just kind of get going on my day. So today is a Tuesday, and my last vlog, I was in Texas. I got home from Texas this past Saturday, so I've only been home from Texas for a couple of days. And yeah, I haven't gone grocery shopping yet. That's why we have just no food in the house, and I'm still kind of just getting back on track with my life after, number one, traveling, but just also after a couple months of just having a hard time, I guess. So for honestly, really about the past couple months, but I would say truthfully like the past year, I just have truly been struggling with productivity and time management and being able to stick to a schedule for myself and like getting things done. And you know, I think in the past year my life has kind of just been consistently evolving and changing, and I haven't had like a set thing to spend my time on. I don't know if that makes sense. I'm trying to explain this in a vague way. I think, yeah, I just kind of never figured it out because it was just never like a consistent, my schedule just was never consistent. I was never able to keep it consistent. So that's something that I'm really working on now, and something that, yeah, just a work in progress for me right now. So number one is like my productivity and yeah, like getting things done, but also just like having a balance in life, you know, like not spending too much time focusing on one in particular thing. And that was something that I was really bad about before. When I was being productive, it like would be in one area of my life and every other area of my life would kind of go to crap. So yeah, things I am currently in the process of working on now, and that's why like I've been kind of getting upset with myself when I'm working out too late in the morning. I like to work out in the morning, but I just think that like when I make my morning stuff go too late, then I just get all sorts of messed up. So pretty shortly here I am going to like shower and get ready for the day, but I'm going to kind of take a look at my planner that I have right here. Basically, like this is again an area that like I struggle with because I will write things down. It does not mean that I'm going to do them, you know what I mean? So I'm kind of testing out, instead of trying to be really specific of like my planning and making sure I do get that done, instead just kind of having almost like an ongoing to-do list throughout the week. So at the beginning of every week, I always write down everything that I want to do that week, otherwise I will totally forget. So usually I'll try to schedule that out into certain days, but you know, sometimes like life just doesn't go the way you plan it, especially for me. So I end up a lot of times not really sticking to that schedule. So what I'm kind of testing out right now is just kind of having my to-do list for the week, taking the priorities of things that I kind of want to get done today, and you know, whatever is not done today just moves to tomorrow. And instead of putting my pressure on myself to make sure I'm getting like these certain things done each day, just like kind of I guess like, I don't know if the way I'm explaining this is making sense, but I guess just like kind of going about the day the best that I can, and not punishing myself or being mad at myself if it didn't go the way that I thought, and just kind of working with it, you know, working with my flaws instead of trying to stop them. I am like not entirely sure what is going on. I'm just like weirded out right now because first of all, I put on some self tanner. This company that's like a local Michigan company reached out to me and wanted me to send me their self tanner. It was the first like self tanner I got in PR, so I was really stoked about it because I'm a self tanning nut. If you follow me, you know that. And it's just so light. I'm hoping that like it develops darker, but like I doubt it. But I'm kind of, it went on beautifully. Like it is a really good formula. I just like really dark self tanners, and I feel like this didn't do anything for me. The other thing is that I decided to just straighten my hair today. I don't know, like usually by now I wouldn't have to wash my hair. I washed it when I was in Texas, and I think just because I didn't have my normal routine with me, I found that like my hair really thrives off of a very specific routine, and when I change it, it gets really greasy really fast. And my hair, I don't know if you can really tell on the camera, but I was straightening it and it was like stringy, and I'm like, what is going on? Like, why is none of this working out for me right now? So anyways, I'm gonna sit down and I'm gonna do my makeup real fast. It's like really gloomy, and I'm annoyed at that too, because I just decided the other day to move my makeup desk back in front of my window and stop using like artificial light and just use natural light, and now it's like so gloomy I feel like I can barely see. But I'm just gonna throw on some makeup really quickly. I have my bag here because I still haven't unpacked my makeup from Texas. But I really want to master like a quick, easy makeup routine that makes me feel good. I don't know, lately I've been kind of insecure without makeup on, which I hate because I normally don't feel like that, but I really have been feeling like that lately. And a lot of times I don't feel like doing makeup because the routine that I love just takes so long and is so involved, because, you know, over the past year when I've been kind of like going on doing my makeup on TikTok and stuff, I've kind of formulated this in-depth routine and I love it, and it's like makes me feel the most beautiful out of anything. But it just is really long and just like a lot of steps and very like detail oriented, and I just, of course, yeah, that's nice, but you know, I don't want to sit here and do that every single day. I want to have like a good, you know, 15-minute makeup routine and with no lashes, and hoping that, you know, I can have something like that work. So I'm gonna kind of just like mess with my makeup and try to do something really quick to see if I can get a look down that I really like. That's what I'm gonna do. I'm just gonna get ready, and then I'm probably just gonna have to wear a hat today because my hair is just like wacky right now. Okay, here's the makeup. Honestly, how do I feel about it? A couple things I'm not loving right now. I really need to do my eyebrows, and I just really didn't feel like it today. So I feel like they kind of just ended up like a little bit messier and like bushier, like just fuller than I prefer. And dang, I really want to start like not relying on lashes to make me feel good about myself, but I don't know, this just like seems not right to me. And I also feel like when your brows are like fuller than you like, and you like not having lashes on just makes them feel so much fuller. Like I feel like if I had lashes on, I probably wouldn't feel so weird about my eyebrows. I don't know, it just makes my eyes, I feel like my eyeballs are so tiny. It's okay. I think like a lot of things too, and I talk about this kind of a lot, and it's just something that I really feel like is so true. Whenever it comes to something that, you know, you're like, oh, I wish I could pull this off, but I can't, whether it be like a hairstyle or like a fashion trend or, you know, so many other things. I just feel like you have to get used to seeing yourself like that. And that's like the biggest thing, because I'm so used to seeing myself with lashes on. Seeing myself without lashes on is like super weird. But if I was just used to seeing myself without lashes, then it wouldn't be weird. You know what I mean? And another thing I think I'm gonna do is wear a hat today. Another thing I'm like not used to seeing myself. I don't know, part of me really doesn't like myself in like baseball cap type hats. And I have one. I really want to be able to like do that like trucker hat type thing. Again, something I'm just like not used to seeing myself in. Where is it? I do have this one. Actually, Lauren Kawano sent me. I love her and she's like the sweetest ever. And she has a brand called Lick. And she made these trucker hats. It says, "Welcome to the Lick Show." And it has like this cute thing on it. The only thing is like when I've worn this hat around people, it's supposed to be like, "Welcome to the shit show." But because of the way it is, like people think it's says the F word on my hat. And I don't want to look like the girl that's like has the F word on her hat. I feel like that's just not my vibe. When I was in Texas, I was consistently wearing this really big puffer vest. I did get this from H&M. H&M's weird because they will have stuff, you know, in store and then they won't have it online or vice versa. I need to find something that's similar. It's like a really big, oversized, long, puffy vest. And it is now like my favorite article of clothing. I feel like, I don't know why I'm filming myself right now as I'm like walking back and forth and all around and kind of going crazy. So let me just get myself ready because I'm being chaotic right now. Okay, so I just have on like some leggings. These are just from Amazon. They are my favorite ever. And I think I'm just gonna, I don't know, like I went through this really long phase of just, I think I've had a lot of resentment for wearing a lot of black because I had to for so many years for work, but I'm just loving it right now. Probably should have taken my hat off to do this, but wearing all black just kind of makes me feel just like cool and like badass. And obviously it's just like easy. And I kind of like the big oversized hoodie layered with the big oversized vest. I just like big clothes. I don't know. People will like, especially if I ask advice about my outfits, they're like, oh, well, I think it's just kind of like too big and baggy. And I'm like, no, but I like it like that. So this is the vest that I've been obsessed with. And yeah, in Texas, I didn't have this particular black hoodie. I had like a zip up hoodie, but I was wearing them together constantly. Since it is a bit warmer today, it's like, I think 50 or like in the 50s. So that's like warm for us in Michigan. So I am totally comfortable wearing like not a coat, you know. I think I'll definitely be more than warm enough in this. I'm going to just throw on my old school Vans because whenever it's like not snowy, I get really excited to wear my tennis shoes again. So I think I did mention that I have no food in this house. Like it's insane. I don't think I've had so little food. I just don't like not having food in the house. We have like nothing for dinner. We have like no meat. We have no veggies. We have no fruit. Like we have nothing. So we're like out of like a lot of stuff in the pantry too, just everything. Yeah, I'm going to the grocery store regardless, but I'm kind of waiting to hear back from my dad because a lot of times me and him like to go together. Just because we like going to different fun stores. He wants to go to Trader Joe's and or this place that I think is just local, but it's called Joe's Produce. I really wanted to go to Whole Foods because I like going to Whole Foods and just because I know what they have and I just know what to expect when I go there because I've been going there a lot lately and I am uncomfortable with the thought that I need like certain staples that I normally have on hand and that they won't have it if I go to these other grocery stores. So there was a little change in plans. I ended up going to the grocery store with my mom instead of my dad, and we did go to Whole Foods, luckily. So I'm gonna show you guys what I got. It's kind of a little bit of a smaller grocery trip for me, especially considering how much we don't have food, but I'm trying to be a little bit more calculated, I guess, with my grocery shopping, because I often just like, I've actually been super good about eating all the food that I've gotten lately in the past couple weeks or couple months, but especially because Whole Foods is just like expensive, so I'm trying to not just like buy stuff just like for fun, even though I do eat it, but I don't know. I think just because I was like traveling last week and stuff, I've just spent a lot of money on food this month. So I was just trying to be a little bit more conservative with my grocery haul. So, and I tried to just mostly get like fruits, veggies, and like, you know, those aisles, and stay away from the middle aisles of Whole Foods, because that's where the things start to get really expensive. So I have almond milk. This is for my smoothies, along with the strawberries and almond butter I put in my smoothies. The only thing I really just got for fun were these, and I've never had them, and I just really wanted to. And because we were eating crumble like every day when I was in Texas, I was like, I can't just go from eating crumble every day to never having cookies. So these are like healthier, and I really want to try them. And I'm PMSing, so I don't even care. Cream cheese. Since there's like a cream cheese shortage, I guess, I don't really know, but now I just, every time I see it, I grab it, because I'm obsessed with toast with cream cheese and tomato on it. So this is like one of my favorite little snacks ever. It's so yummy. If you haven't tried it, like, I'm telling you, it sounds weird. I just put a little salt, pepper, and garlic powder on it, and I love it. So cucumbers, so yes, obviously tomatoes. I got sourdough bread. This is like, I just started getting sourdough and I'm obsessed with it. I just got a cucumber, and honestly, I grabbed this thinking I was gonna like get lettuce and make salads, and then I decided I was just gonna have sandwiches the rest of the week. But like, I will totally just snack on cucumber, so that's no problem. These apples and these bananas are just for Joey. I got broccoli and a zucchini, ground beef, and onion to make like a stir fry. I already have like rice, and I do have carrots as well. And when we do this, I just use soy sauce, sesame oil, and honey to do the sauce. And then this is inspired by a meal Joe actually found online for meal prepping for lunches. So it was just chicken, green beans, cherry tomatoes, and pesto, and it looked, I actually had a bite of it, and it was so good, and I was like, that'd be such a good healthy dinner to have. So I got that to make that, and I mean, even if we didn't end up doing that or have leftovers from it, I would still use all this stuff anyways. And I will often just like snack on these cherry tomatoes too. I am obsessed with tomatoes. They're like my favorite food ever. I will just like cut up tomatoes and eat them, or just pop these in my mouth and eat them. I love them. I did get some mandarins. This is, you know, similar to the Cutie brand, but I love having these after lunch and just for a little snack. And then lastly, I did get 2 grapefruit. Grapefruit's like my favorite fruit, so I got 2 of them because I guess they are in season in the winter, which I'm more of a fruit person in the summer. I'm sure a lot of people are like that, but I like to take advantage of them when I can because they're my favorite. It's funny because I feel like a lot of the foods I really love, people are like, what? For example, my favorite flavor of like Jolly Ranchers and stuff is grape. Everybody hates grape. And I didn't know that till I was like an adult. And I'm like, you mean all these years that was my favorite? Like, you guys were hating this? I don't understand. Grapefruit's my favorite fruit. Apparently people don't like grapefruit. I'm like, what the heck? I know people don't like tomato, or like a lot of people don't love tomatoes. I'm obsessed with tomatoes. I'm obsessed with olives. Like, I snack on olives all the time. And people look at me like I'm crazy. Like, ew, you just eat olives out of the jar? I'm like, yeah. But like, I won't eat pickles. I won't eat any sort of pepper. Not a big fan of mushrooms. Mustard, no. Like, a lot of really common things that people like, I don't. So I don't know. I didn't think I was like a weird eater, but turns out I am. Okay, and it is after 2 o'clock now. Oh, I didn't even mention, I got a Olipop, which I don't like normally drink this type of stuff, but I was just drinking it in the car. I'm gonna put all this away and I'm gonna make a sandwich for lunch with my sourdough. That was the only thing that I really had on hand was turkey. And when I have been doing my sandwiches, I've been using this Kite Hill cream cheese. I got this when I couldn't find any other cream cheese before, and it's actually really good on a sandwich. It's a chive cream cheese, so it's kind of tastes a little bit better, or it's like a little bit more fun than I feel like. I love mayo, but just like putting mayo on a sandwich, like it's a little bit more fun. And also when I come home from the grocery store, I like to kind of just like wash all the fruits and veggies and anything that I need to. I don't always do that, but I try really hard to do that. That way I can just like grab it and go and not think about it when I am going to eat it. So alrighty, here is lunch, my sandwich, and I decided to have a grapefruit, so I just cut it in half and eat it in a bowl with a spoon. And you wanna come up here? Come on. There you go. Hi, baby. Even though I really haven't done like that much work today, just more of like errands so far today, but I've just now gotten in a habit of like when I take my lunch break at home, I just really take it as like, I don't just sit and eat, like I take it as like a break. So I always sit on the couch so I can snuggle with my girl, even though she's annoying and just wants to eat my food. And then I watch like an episode of New Girl just to kind of relax for a minute. So try to like limit myself to one episode because they're only like 20 minutes longer. So it's basically like, you know, me just eating my lunch anyways and eat because I'm starving. I'm gonna start like throwing stuff and punching the wall if I don't eat now. You like that?
Is it happening?
Yeah.
Come on.
No.
That's part of the...
You're gonna embarrass me. All right, we put the chicken in first?
Yeah, chicken and tomatoes, same time.
Oh, same time. Green beans, rolling. Chicken's already cooked. Oh, this is gonna be a lot, huh? All the chicken?
I'm not gonna put all of it.
Oh, okay. Put what on there? No, because I have to do this and you're supposed to do the camera. Okay, so we just pre-cooked some... What? You're making this chaotic. Pre-cook the chicken in the oven and just cut it up. And then we had these green beans rolling and cooking already because they take a long time per Joe's previous fails. And then we have cherry tomatoes, and then we're just going to take the pesto. Where's the pesto?
I'll let the tomatoes cook down a bit.
Oh, okay, we're gonna let the tomatoes, how long?
I don't know, 7 minutes.
We're winging it.
Hey.
What is the easy meal?
Classic.
Easy, healthy, yummy. Joe doesn't like being on camera. But you secretly do. You always, yes, you do. You always come in the background and go,
no. Who's that, Phoebe? Who's there?
is that Nikki?
Who's there? Look at this guy. Yeah.
We're a vlogging couple.
I told you. I called it.
What if Nick comes home? What is he gonna do on camera, Joe? What?
What are you recording?
We're vlogging.
Actually.
Joe.
Joe wasn't into it. I said, you don't have to do it.
Kidding.
How much?
2/3.
How much is 2/3?
Or like half for starters.
There's no volume.
Yeah, there is.
But don't mush the tomatoes.
Okay. Jeez.
Someone's not really into it. Sure, get a lot of orders.
I know. That's the thing. He never wants to be on camera, but then whenever he is, he gets like,
I like holding the
You're the
camera.
guy.
how's this?
I don't know, let's ask the followers. Looks pretty green. A lot of beans. It's always a lot of beans.
I like it though. I think green's good. It makes me feel like this is really healthy.
So healthy.
We're so healthy. Taste test. That's too close.
Pretty good. I like the tomatoes.
That's good. I like
Why
it.
are we watching the show?
Mm-hmm.